that I have 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm Sukanya. Half of you must be wondering, oh, there is something preschool Olympiad also exists. And half of you must be wondering, why does that exist? So I'm not going to talk about preschool Olympiad today. You will find it out on your own accord in future. I know at least 3 schools who are sitting here who are already participating. It's not a competitive examination for children, it's not comparing, and it is not a test. But you will find that about that later. If I can please have the slides on. Yeah. So this time should not be considered my 10 minutes. That's right. Okay, so I may be standing between you and your lunch. How many of you are feeling hungry? Oh my God, only few people are feeling hungry. I am feeling extremely hungry. Actually went out to check out that when the food is going to be given. I didn't know I was going to be called now. My slide is still not ready. Look at my beautiful face and a fat face. So I'll tell you something. My husband tells me you must walk. You must walk to reduce your weight. And when I go somewhere which is just 500 meters away, he takes me in the car, and when I tell him that I'll walk back, he'll say, no, you should not walk back. So I'm very confused. Should I walk? Should I not walk? The same is the condition for the preschool children today. They're being told something at home, and they've been told something different at the school. So there's a short story about it. There is a Sanskrit teacher. My time has not started, by the way. There's a Sanskrit teacher in school who taught the child Mama Siraha, means my head. Sanskrit word, 2 words, Mama Siraha means my head. So the child learnt in the school that Mama Siraha means teacher's head. So he went home and his father asked him, child, what is the name of, I'll finish the joke please. What is the meaning of Mama Siraha? The child said, it's teacher's head. Father said, no, Mama Siraha means my head. So he said, okay. So then he went back to the school and the teacher asked, what is the meaning of Mama Siraha? So the child said, it means father's head. The teacher said, no, I taught you yesterday, Mama Siraha means my head. So the child understood in school, Mama Siraha means teacher's head, and at home, Mama Siraha means father's head. Okay, let's start. So you all are having Gen Alpha in your classroom, right? So as we all know that we have 2 students, like Swati ma'am has also said, we have 2 students. One is the child and one is the teacher. No, parent, exactly. So the school owners, your teachers are not your students, are they? They are. So we are going to help you today to understand how to handle the millennial parents of the alpha children. So we are teaching a different generation. Those children have no adversities, especially in the urban areas. They always have access to everything that they require. They always have a smartphone, some gadget in their hand available, and the parents are handing over every little possible thing to them. They are also being showered with gifts because parents don't have time. When they come home from somewhere else, a party, an office work or a tour, all they do is give something to the child. And the cost of that gift keeps on increasing. So those childs are now very, very privy to a lot of good things. And the millennial parents, how many of you think the parents require different things these days than 10 years ago? And how many of you think that the parents are more demanding today than 10 years ago? Please raise your hand. Let me see whether, okay, a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people don't think that the parents are different. Let me tell you that parents are different. They are expecting. They ask more questions, expect more involvement, they compare with another school very openly, and then they seek an overall development, and they also want emotional growth alongside academics. So only academics is not going to satisfy them. So beyond ABCD and 1, 2, 3, the confidence, the emotional safety, the communication, the independence, Resilience and happiness is what the school owners are supposed to grow in a child today. Now, how you will grow that in a child if the child is having a different experience at home? Whatever you are teaching, Mama Siraha, in school, and the child is going back at home and seeing something different. Like you are saying this is not a good behavior, but at home he's not stopped or she's not stopped from that behavior. Throwing tantrum is okay and he's been showered with a gift. The parents are saying that if you do the homework or if you do this, then I will give you a gift. But in the school you're not saying that. You are saying if you don't do it, then you will not be able to play. So that is one more reason the child today is demanding a lot of things in school and the parents are saying my child is not happy. So we will actually, as a school owners, have to train the parents what you are teaching here. How many of you do parent engagement programs in your school other than PTM? Okay. So at least 50% of you do parent engagement program. Now who runs the parent engagement program? The owner or your teachers or your coordinators? If it is run by you, raise your hand. If it is your teachers, raise your hand. If it is your coordinators, raise your hand. Okay. So a lot of you have raised hand when your teachers are teaching. So your teachers also need to learn. Lot of you have raised hand when you are doing it. So you also need to learn a lot of things about how millennial parents can be handled better. So the parent at home needs to believe the child, handle disappointment, dealing with failure, keep the child resilient, teach independence, teach them how to repair after something is broken. Not physically broken, but if you feel bad, how to come out of that. The attention span of the child has to be increased. The tone in which they speak with the child, the boundaries that the child has, and the identity ultimately the child develops. I'll give you 10 tips today of what you can actually tell your teacher, your coordinator, or learn yourself to tell the millennial parents, which is going to help them. I'm using the word help. I'm assuring you that even they don't know what helps them. This will help them managing their child better, and you will be getting the child at your school who's already half managed. Can you read this loudly, please? When parents believe, please tell with me, utter it with me. When parents believe in them before kids believe in themselves, they find the strength to keep going. If you're always trying to manage the child, my child should never fall, my child should not trip, my child should not go there. You're always making safe boundary for the child. There is no hazard in the sense, not the big hazards, but there is no failure, nothing that the child experiences. Then they know that we have to be dependent on our parents or an adult. We are not allowed to explore anything. So the belief in child has to be there. Parents come and blame you if something happens which the child doesn't like. They come and tell you, why did you do this? Why did you do this? The child is observing. Oh, okay. If something is wrong, even if I go home and tell something which did not happen, my mother is going to come and fight with the school. So when your child sees that, then your child knows that kids cannot handle disappointment. The mother comes in. Don't make a big deal if they don't achieve something. It's okay. It's not the end. Don't remove the struggles. Encourage. Till it is safe, please let them explore the boundaries. The child has to explore and think that I can do it. Don't tell them, don't do it, don't touch it, this is not good, that is not right for you. They don't understand that. Don't rush to fix everything for them. We've seen a lot of movies, right? The girl gets married and the mother is always poking the nose and trying to fix her issues at her in-laws' place. So it starts here. I post this on my LinkedIn, so you can follow me. I have a lot, so I can only share 10 here. I have about hundreds actually, 200 plus. It's okay to mess up. Don't scold the child for spilling a glass, tearing a paper. They can fix it. You teach him how to fix it. Do not hover on your child. Let the child also do things on their own. You leave the child so that the child does not cling on to you all the time. In the school, they are not going to get the opportunity to cling on to someone. They will have to be mingling with other children and different kinds of people, maybe a nanny, a teacher, a classmate or somebody, and they should be comfortable with everybody. Do not always hover on your child and think that you are the only person who should be protecting your child. This is very, very important. How you speak with your child comes and speaks the same way with other children in the school. So if his environment at home is not good and comfortable for him, then he is going to be behaving differently. How you speak with the child is your child speaks with others. All of you scold your child for doing this, right? Climbing the sofa. Every parent does. Every parent does that. Sit nearby. When they are supposed to fall, stop them there. But if you stop the child for everything, you say no for everything, your no has no more value. Please pick your fight. You decide out of these 10 things, I am going to stop my child from doing this one thing. Don't stop the child at every step saying no, 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 no. Your no will not have a value. Two types. One, you can say that this is not the place to draw, that is the place to draw. Let us clean this place up. Or you say, you're very difficult. I've always told you not to do this. You're doing it again and again, and make the child feel bad. Which is going to work? The second one is never going to work. As Swati ma'am said, the brain, it shuts when you scold. And if your child knows that you will be scolding for every little thing that they do, they'll close. Then when they grow up, they say, I don't like my dad, I don't like my mom, I hate them is the new word. We have never used such words for our parents, but these days children do. Should I give you 2 more bonus advices? If you want, please raise your hand. Oh, well, 2 more, okay? A child who feels understood is more receptive to guidance. Instead of raising your voice, reacting to it, if you ask the child, what problem are you facing? What are you feeling? And you work on it. Or just sit next to the child when the child is sad. Be there. It's going to work better. Punishment is never going to work. Last. Your child loves you. Is my mic still on? Okay. I'll not take more than 2 more minutes. Your child loves you, and their biggest fear is to your disapproval or disappointing you. When you get disappointed at every little thing they do, what are you bringing up? If you always scold them, always tell them this is not right, that is not right, that's your frustration which is talking. Maybe you've had a bad day. Don't take it out on your child. Okay? So the future of education has always been how to teach children. Now, also it includes how to guide parents. Assessing a child involves to understand them early. Why at preschool? The foundational literacy and numeracy as defined by the NEP 2020. You need to understand them early. Understanding actually helps in correcting a lot of things. And guide parents meaningfully. You must guide the parents that this is where we think that he's not able to understand the pattern or a color or something. You guide the parents. It has to be a partnership between the school and the parent, and support their emotional confidence and strengthen foundation gently. This is my last slide. Preschool Olympiad is India's first and only foundational stage assessment system. and we have already conducted 21,500 assessments since September 2025. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please give Ms. Sukanya a big round of applause. Thank you, Ms. Sukanya. Thank you so much for that very well spoken and a very well deserved speech. Thank you.